If you search up Moonveil on YouTube or anywhere on the internet, you'll come across year-old guides of how to get OP early, etc, etc. But today I'm going to be showing you my Moonveil build, which I wouldn't call OP, but it's still extremely powerful. So Moonveil has become dead recently, and I kinda wanted it to live again, since it's just such a cool weapon, since it can shoot lasers and do so much cool stuff with combos. And I made this build since I was making a hybrid build, and I came across this channel you're seeing on screen now, and he did a Moonveil hybrid build, and I'm just gonna give you a snippet of the combos, which I'm gonna talk about later in the videos, so I hope you enjoy this section. But why does no one use Moonveil? Since most people who used Moonveil actually were people doing PvE and doing co-op in invasions, eventually the meta changed to bleed to kill bosses, so this made Moonveil unused. And also there was many patches, like just a couple of patches ago in 1.08, where they nerfed Moonveil's poise damage. If you don't know, now the game can nerf things in PvP and PvE separately, so Moonveil is still broken in PvP, but is much more weaker in PvE. So I definitely wouldn't recommend trying this build in PvE, because of course it's a hybrid build and it doesn't have that much damage, it just has really good combo potential. As you can see, just me absolutely decimating people. You rarely see Moonveil in PvP because people prefer to use Moonlight Greatsword, which is basically exactly the same but has way more damage, and they both shoot a ranged projectile. But Moonveil is just so much quicker, making it able to do these extremely powerful combos. And it's even better because after a Moonveil hit, you actually do a little animation, and using Catch Flame can cancel that animation. So it's always, you can also dodge roll out of the animation, so it's not, you're not stuck in it. But it's just always a good thing to do. You can also swing Moonveil way faster than the Moonlight Greatsword, and it's got better moveset, since the Moonlight Greatsword has one of the worst Greatsword movesets in the game, and katanas are just fast, so if people roll around you, you can just spam hit. So now we're going to be going into the build. This build is a rune level 125 build, but if you do prefer a level 150 build, and the channel I showed at the start of the video has that on their video, but I'm showing you a level 125 build because that's what I play at. This build was pretty hard to make since we did have to hit 40 in 3 stats and then try and get as much health, mind and stamina as possible to be able to do these combos. So try and keep your mana up, or your magic, so you can do these combos more often. And if you don't have enough and you get someone in a catch flame, you can just do another Moonveil light weapon art to catch them off again. And you can do that in almost an infinite combo of spamming its weapon art into catch flame over and over. And if your opponent just mashes roll, you can actually land this a couple of times, but of course they will eventually learn and get outside the combo. So that's why I recommend the other combo, which you usually one-shot. And if you don't one-shot, we also have Prestigious Ruin. That is a great way to finish people off. We don't do a lot of damage, but we're very quick, and the fact that we can do a one-shot combo means that the damage doesn't really matter. And this build all fits together with intelligence boosting Moonveil, and your spells with faith just boosting your spells and allowing you to cast them, and then finally Dex making your spells faster, making your Moonveil do more damage. And this all comes together to make an absolute combo machine that I would recommend you should try. So finally, is it worth using Moonveil? I would definitely say so, but it's much more fun on a hybrid build because of all of the combos you can do. You can change the build as you want. I'm doing a light roll build, but you can add a staff to it and put some more armor on to make the build have even more combo potential. Overall, I would definitely recommend you try out this build if you haven't made a combo build yet, a hybrid one. And it's very fun to use all these spells, and you've got a ton of extra spell slots, so between duels you can change your spells if you want to try out some other spells. I do quite like the Frenzy spells since they're pretty easy to hit and you can charge them up. And since we're not going purely around Frenzy, you can spam them quite well without actually getting frenzied yourself. So now we're gonna go to the rating of the build. So the first rating is going to be about how fun the build is. I would definitely give it quite high because of how good the roll catches are with the boulder, how many combos, how many attacks and spells you have. That's why I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. The next of it is the appearance and the fashion. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. You don't have a lot of fashion choice because of the light rolling, but you can change the build to not light roll, and to be honest, I kind of like this high sorcerer look. Viability 4 out of 5 because Moonveil is still extremely high damage. I didn't give it a 5 out of 5 because you do have lower health. Because of the seals you're using, you take a bit more damage. 4 out of 5. The only thing I would change about this build is it's probably better at level 50 because you don't have to wear both Sword Seals, Radagons and Maracas. So then you would have a bit more health, but overall I would recommend this build. It's an alright glass cannon build. So I'm going to leave you with a montage now. I hope I see you in the next video.